それがどうした
That basically sums up my thoughts on the new structure deck. So KFC decided it was about time to update their menu, and gave us a couple of new pigeons to play with. Now before you get too excited, they do come in a structure deck, so if you want to get multiple copies, you're gonna have to pay up. And if you were hoping for this to be a good old case of pay to win, you're sadly mistaken. I'm not gonna lie to you. This deck, at least from my experience, hasn't been all that great. At first, it looked like it was going to be kinda cool, and I was originally going to play the new cards with Duel, but then I remembered why I stopped playing Duel. It turns out that most decks in the game don't really care about destruction removal if they're allowed to set up, which is kinda what this deck does, since the big angry chicken has to wait a turn to go boom. Your deck also seems to heavily rely on destruction, so if your opponent runs Banish, you're probably in trouble. And on top of that, if you happen to go first, you don't actually have a play. The most optimal strat is quite literally, set one pass. So after quite a lot of testing and many different variants, the only way I was finding any kind of success with this deck was just to stuff in a bunch of generic trap cards, which is never a good sign for a deck. To be fair, once I did do this, my win rate was pretty decent, but this was the start of the season plat, and as most of you can probably tell from the replays, the decks we were facing were a little unoptimized. So here's the deck list. The boss monster of the deck is Fire King High Avatar Garunix. This card, during the next standby phase after it was destroyed by a card effect, will be special summoned from the grave to destroy all other monsters on the field, and when destroyed by battle, can special summon a Fire King monster from deck except itself. So obviously, the goal of this deck is to destroy this monster, and to do so we use two cards. Fire King Island is a field spell that allows you to destroy one monster in hand or that you control to search for a Fire King monster. Also, if you control no monsters, you can special summon a Fire Winged Beast from hand. The other method is Fire King Avatar Yaksha, who when destroyed allows you to destroy one card in hand or that you control. He can also be special summoned if a face-up Fire King is destroyed by a card effect. The only other noteworthy card in the deck is the new boy, the smaller Avatar Garunix. Again, if a Fire King is destroyed by card effect whilst face up, you can special summon this card from hand. And if this card is ever destroyed, you may special summon a Fire King Avatar monster straight from your deck. So generally use this guy to either float into himself, or to summon Yaksha. The rest of the deck is just your generic back row cards, so if you don't have something shown, feel free to replace it with whatever you like, including the new spells from the structure deck itself. It's just whatever you choose to use. Alright guys, that's it for the talking part of the video. The rest of the video, we'll just see a bunch of gameplay showcasing the deck list in action. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, comment if you have any questions or feedback, make sure to check out my Discord, Patreon and Twitch down below. And if you happen to have $1 lying around and wish to support me, feel free to click that join button down below to support me directly, as well as gain access to a few little neat perks. Enjoy the gameplay!
Duel.
Hey, big brother, can I watch SpongeBob?
Shut up, Mokuba. I'm busy flagging YouTube videos to compensate for the fact that I have an extremely small penis.
Oh.